This is indie author Nisha, the original Queen of Esteem, and author of Miss Carmel, available at Amazon.com, BarnesandNobles.com, and Goodreads.com. You're listening to Saved and Sexy Radio on GI Music. Hey, top of the day. You're here with Saved and Sexy Radio. This is the Hour of Esteem, and this is your host, Queen of Esteem, and my co-host, Barely Saved. So today we have a wonderful opportunity, and we are interviewing Meshia Bean. So Meshia is the author of Unbroken, which we're definitely going to get into that book because I'm really excited about that book. And she's also a motivational speaker. She's an advocate for sexual abuse and sexual awareness. She just wears many, many hats, and I look very much forward to interviewing her today. So thank you so much, Meshia, for being here. I really appreciate it. How's your Thursday coming along?
It's going great. It's going great in spite of the snow here in Georgia.
Oh, no. More snow in Georgia. That sucks. Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Well, hopefully it'll snow you in so bad you won't have to go to work. That's what we want to happen, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
So basically what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk to you about your book and just all of your, wonderful, wonderful accomplishments. Okay, so we'll be right back here with the Hour of Esteem here on Saved and Sexy Radio. This is your host, Queen of Esteem, and your co-host, Barely Saved. Also, if you want to be a guest or a sponsor of the show, please text 31996 that RYB now.
Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know. Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know. Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know. Rufus boy, let me love. Caught up in my tape. Don't care what you said to me, I'ma bite your feelings out. I miss you in the basement, but your brother was a good substitute for you. And if you love me, but you never let me go. When the roof was on fire, you never let me know. Say you're sorry, honey, but you never really show. And I can leave the party without ever letting you know. Without ever letting you know. Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know. Rufus boy, let me love, without ever letting you know. Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know. Rufus boy, let me love, without ever letting you know. Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know. Rufus boy, let me love, without ever letting you know. Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know. Without ever letting you know. Caught up in my teeth. Caught up in my teeth. Tastes like money when I speak. Caught up in my teeth. And I missed you in the basement. Yeah, caught up in my teeth. Bodies on the pavement. And if you love me, but you never let me go. And the roof was on fire, you never let me know. Say you're sorry, honey, but you never really show. And I can leave the party without ever letting you know. Without ever letting you know. Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know. Rufus boy, let me love, without ever letting you know. Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know. Rufus boy, let me love, without ever letting you know. Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know. Rufus boy, let me love, without ever letting you know. Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know. Without ever letting you know. Caught up in my teeth. Caught up in my teeth. Tastes like money when I speak. Caught up in my teeth. And I missed you in the basement. Yeah, caught up in my teeth. Bodies on the pavement. And if you love me, but you never let me go. And the roof was on fire, you never let me know. Say you're sorry, honey, but you never really show. And I can leave the party without ever letting you know. Without ever letting you know. Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know. Rufus boy, let me love, without ever letting you know. Rufus boy, let me love boy,
Meshia Bean. I'm author of Unbroken, I Am Still Standing. My website is www.meshia.com/unbroken. My email is MESHIA. And please check out Silas Banks Jr. book, What They Never Told You in Church. And thank you for listening to Save and Sexy Radio.
All right, okay. Welcome back to the Hour of Esteem here on Saved and Sexy Radio. This is your host, the Queen of Esteem and Barely Saved. And we're interviewing Meshia Bean. So I'm so excited. The first thing I want to talk to you about, Meshia, is your book, The Unbroken. Can you tell us a little bit about the book?
Yeah, the book is called Unbroken, I Am Still Standing, and it's about my experience with child molestation. My grandfather molested me along with a family friend at the age of 6 through 10 years old.
Oh, my God. Did he go to jail?
No, at the time, this happened 39 years ago, so at the time, nobody called the police.
Is it like one of those family secrets ordeal?
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, was it like one of those family secrets where it's just...
Yeah, keep it in the family, basically, yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry you had to go through that. But, you know, it sounds like, you know, you got a good accomplishment out of it because of this book.
Yes, I'm healed from it, so that's why I'm out here sharing my story and let other females and males know that you can, too, heal from this.
So does your book really go into detail about your life specifically, or does it just talk about how to handle sexual abuse?
My story. It's all my true story.
Oh, good.
From the time I was 4 until time now, my age now.
Oh, wow. I definitely want to, you know, download that. So, you know, if you don't mind my, you know, asking you, kind of back up a little bit and tell me, how did you, besides writing the book, how did you kind of start healing or dealing with that? Because that's just so hard to deal with, especially when it's someone that you love and trust that does something like that to you.
Well, I didn't really start healing until my mother passed 3 years ago, matter of fact.
I'm sorry about your mom.
Yeah, so I know people pass all the time, but something about mother pass, that's a different kind of feeling.
Yeah.
And she knew I wanted to write my book, so that was my gift to her.
Oh, so that was like your inspiration to, you know, just finish it and keep going.
Yeah. Yes. And that's my son. He kept pushing me. My son was 16 at the time. He kept putting, "Mommy, tell your story. Just tell your story." He said, "You're a strong woman. Tell your story. Tell your story, please."
Oh, that's awesome. It sounds like you have a really, you know, strong family, and you had, you know, a lot of motivation to do this book, because I know people that have gone through traumatic experiences and they're just like, I want to write a book about this and I'm going to write a book, and they just never get around to it. So I always say, you know, it's awesome when you're able to do it.
Yes, ma'am, it is. That's a big accomplishment. That's something off my bucket list. So.
Yay.
And I'm glad I did it, and this something was lifted off my shoulder. You know, I wasn't mad anymore. I just want to get out here and spread the word that this right here is never going to stop, because we don't know what happens behind closed doors, but we can bring more awareness and let other children, other parents know. Look out for things. Talk to your children.
Absolutely.
Ask questions.
So what did you? I try not to jump in, I promise. Just because I'm a survivor of that as well. So my thing is like, how did that affect you growing up? Like, did you realize at, you know, the moments of where you were acting differently because of this thing, or was it just, you know?
I was promiscuous. I had an abortion at 13 years old.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I was very, very promiscuous. I didn't have any friends come around to me telling me stories about them. So I really thought I was the only one at that time until I got older. Because even though mine happened at an early age, but it only takes one time and can mess you up.
Yeah, absolutely. Because as a kid, or, you know, period, you don't understand why this happened, or, you know, you shouldn't be having to worry about things like that. And then it makes you kind of go into a mind frame that you kind of shouldn't be in. You know, at that, it takes your innocence from you. It's, you know, basically.
I I was ashamed. I was embarrassed. I didn't want to. I was dressing provocatively, and my mom, she wasn't a really strict parent, but I was such mature at a young age. I took care of myself. I took care of my younger brothers. I'm walking, taking them to daycare, 8 years old, 9 years old, picking them up, crossing the street, like a busy street, basically. Oh. Like down here, it's called Peachtree Street or Camel Road, and I'm in the world taking care of little kids.
Wow. So I was going to ask, so how did that affect your relationships? Just period. Were you able to have a stable relationship?
In the beginning, before I got married to my husband, when we used to interact, I used to black out. Not black out, but flashbacks. I used to push him off with me, and he kept telling me, you need to go to counseling. So then I was so quick to want to fight people because I guess I'm protecting myself. I was just angry, and I didn't know I was angry, so I was quick to put my hands on men's, and that's not the right thing to do, So, but it's still a part of domestic violence a little bit too, So.
Right. Yeah, and that's true. It's funny because when we think of domestic violence, automatically we think about a man hitting a woman. We very seldom think about a woman hitting a man, and if so, that's something that's just laughed about, like ha ha ha. But it happens, especially if you've been through a traumatic experience.
Yes. So I was real quick. I'm still feisty, but I'm calm down now. I'm 45 years old, so I'm humble now. So I know right from wrong,
Yeah. Man, I know not to say the wrong thing to you, right? I might get beat up.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, but this is really great that that we're able to sit down and talk like this and it's good that you're a positive role model because I know that this has happened to so many people and they're ashamed to talk about it, and I think that hopefully that somebody is listening and maybe this happened to them and they can say, hey, you know what, she was able to tell her story and to know that there's nothing wrong with what happened. It's the person that did it.
It's not your fault. It is not your fault
at all. And I always say, it was the person that did it's fault. You know what I mean? They should feel guilty about it. But for some reason, the victim feels guilty about it. And I just don't understand.
95% of the pedophiles are people that we know.
Yeah.
95%.
And it's crazy because I have a 9-year-old daughter and I'm so paranoid about, stuff like that. Like I have a thing where I won't let any man watch her. No man's ever watched her except for her dad. Like she'll go to her dad's house, but I'm just that type of person. Like she can't spend the night nowhere, especially if they have like a man in the house. I'm just super paranoid about everything. And yeah, I'm just like, I just try to just stay away because there's been so many friends and family members that I've heard of that something happened and there's always somebody that you trust or somebody that's in the household.
And you hear it every day on TV. You hear it every single day. The pastor, the lawyer, the doctor, of course, the grandfather, the father, the uncle, the brother. I'm like, that is crazy.
Right.
So there got to be some kind of way. I know it's some kind of lust demon. If anybody believes in demonic spirits, whatever, that has something to do with that because they've been taught that from generation to generation.
Right. Well, I definitely want to get more into this. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to be talking more with Meshia Bean here on Saved and Sexy Radio. So you're listening to the Hour of Esteem here with the Queen of Esteem and my co-host, Barely Saved. Also, if you want to be a guest or a sponsor, please text RYB Network to 31996. And we'll
this is indie author Nisha, the original Queen of Esteem, and author of Miss Carmel, available at Amazon.com, BarnesandNobles.com, and Goodreads.com. You're listening to Saved and Sexy Radio on GI Music.
I'm getting more, wish I could go down Edge Street. But the narcotics say I nigga 9 front me, eyes roll back. They threw the chopper, bullets at him like, hold that.
Devils hit about me. 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 Can't even ride it, yeah. Cause them devils out. They catch me on the back street, they gon' knock me off. Yeah, I'm talking about the law. Y'all talking about devils. Up in school, you got blues. Now you buy whatever. Swore trying to get money, trying to sell it cat. Devil get your ass that way. I don't pay for that. Don't he put you at the wrong place at the wrong time? Now you're gone for a very long time. And you hit the pin and you heard that nigga go slam. He was your shoes, your shoes, and your wham wham. He was with you in them times when you ain't give a man. He was that liquor in your hand saying kill me, man. He that liquor in cross town hating on your heart, but he ain't ready to go to war. That's that nigga devil, devil, get up off me. Devil, get up off me. Devil, get up, devil, get up off me. 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 Devil, be talking about. 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 Devil, devil, be on the lookout, nigga. They got devils out here. Lead that nigga. Who's a bad head? You don't get no better than this, nigga. I'm the only one dry looks like this. Lead that. We talking about.
My name is Meshia Bean. I'm author of Unbroken, I Am Still Standing. My website is www.meshiawixite.com/unbroken. My email is meshiambean@gmail.com. And please check out Silas Banks Jr. book, What They Never Told You in Church. And thank you for listening to Save and Sexy Radio.
Welcome back to the Hour of Esteem here on Saved and Sexy Radio. This is your host, the Queen of Esteem, and my co-host, Barely Saved. And we're interviewing the beautiful Queen, Meshia Bean, who wrote the book Unbroken. So really quick, Meshia, before we get back into the interview, I do want you to tell everyone kind of where to get your book at, because I know I'm going to ask you again, but I want everybody to know to get this book.
Okay, it's on Amazon, and my website is meshiawixsite.com/unbroken.
Oh, awesome. Are you a self-published author?
Yes, I am.
Okay, cool. So you did it yourself. Yes, congratulations. That's good.
Thank you.
If you don't mind my asking, besides being an author, what other kinds of things do you do?
Right now, I still do daycare providing. I take care of a baby. Well, she's 3 years old now. And I just did a collaboration with another book called Letters of Healing for Higher Purpose.
Oh, awesome. When does that come out?
That's out already. It's on Barnes & Nobles and Amazon. And those are letters to a defender, letters to our inner child, and letters to our survivors.
Okay, that's awesome. So we definitely got to check that out, because it seems like you do like a lot of soul searching in your book, and that's what a lot of people need.
Yes. And I'm doing a collaboration to continue to this one. Not collaboration, but continuation to Unbroken, I Am Still Standing also.
Oh, wow. Oh, cool. So there's going to be like a part 2.
Yes.
Oh, cool. So basically, is that going to be kind of where you are now and how successful you are?
Yes, I guess so, right?
Yeah. That's awesome. And I do want to... I'm sorry, go ahead.
I don't want the book long. I want it to be overdrawn, so the book would not... This book is not long, and the other book would not be long at all either.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, well, awesome.
So quick read. Very much a quick read. Give you something to hold on to and think about.
Yeah, exactly. I always look for something to stimulate my eyeballs and brain waves.
Yes.
Well, I also want to commend you too for being a daycare provider, because that's not an easy job. That's definitely, not a job that I always said I would never want to do that job, because I have kids and then I don't want to deal with kids all day, then come to home and deal with my kids. That's just too much, So that's awesome.
I love teaching. I love the kids. Their brain is a sponge right now. So when the young age, they can learn so much. Because when they get older, they're going to pick up the bad stuff anyway. So try to teach them all the good stuff now.
So, and you were absolutely right when you said, to teach the kids, good stuff. And that kind of brings me back to what we were talking about before the break. When we were talking about the demons, the sexual demons. What do you think causes the sexual demons? Because that's horrible.
I mean, I know it's been going on for generations. So whatever they've been taught and kept passing on for generations is demonic spirits. Mm-hmm. It's definitely demonic, because why would you be interested in a child, and let alone someone you love, your own child, your own relative? I mean, it shouldn't happen regardless, but not someone that you supposedly trust.
Right. Exactly. And, and they're little kids too. So, I did read somewhere that as far as child molesters, predators and stuff like that, it's a sickness with them. It's something in their brain that's off. And yes. I forgot what it's called, but yeah, they definitely have something in their brain, and that's not an excuse for it at all, because that's horrible. But it was interesting for me to know that this is actually a sickness that they have.
Yes, it is. Because there's different kinds of pedophilias. Fixated child offender, early stages of psychosexual development. Mm-hmm. That he has no activity with people of his own age and only want to be around children. And then we have naive pedophiles, that offenders who are mentally retarded, and they don't know right from wrong. So they just always want to mess with children. It's crazy, right? Though that's just crazy.
Yeah. Well, I think that is crazy. I mean, I was gonna ask, as far as the naive pedophiles, how is that handled? Shouldn't they be in a hospital somewhere? Because even though they're naive, they don't know right from wrong. They still shouldn't be able to hurt people. So how would that even be handled?
That right there, I'm still learning about these different signs and different names for them. I'm reading. I wish I could go to an institution and talk to some of the patients there, or just get the mindset why do they feel they need to attack children.
So let me ask you this question. So how do you feel about the that disgusting law they're trying to pass for pedophiles to be okay to look at children? I think that's disgusting.
I heard about that law. Oh my God.
That's why I be tripping out when we in gymnastics with the nurse, because I'm like, because I lose my mind.
They did say that it's okay for pedophiles to look at kids or something like that. It was something crazy.
Like, you giving them the okay to be sick. That's disgusting.
I'm gonna look into that, because I haven't heard anything about that.
Yeah, I didn't.
You brought something to my attention. So.
Yeah, it was, because they were saying, just like we were talking about, that it's some kind of sickness that they have. So maybe if we let them look at kids and make it okay, they won't act on it. It was something like that. But that's
definitely share your opinions with us on the page when you
I sure will. I definitely will.
Okay.
Yeah, they also had, and I saw this somewhere on the news, where they had, I guess, dolls that's going to be coming out of little girls, to where I guess the pedophiles could purchase the dolls, and so that they may not touch. You know how they have blow up dolls for men? Well, now they're going to make those in little girls, so that pedophiles can go get one of those instead of trying to touch a real little girl. That's crazy.
Oh my gosh! What is this world coming to?
I don't even know. That's crazy.
It's the only thing I can think of.
Well, I guess on to more positive things.
Right. Turning the page.
Meshia, what do you have coming up? Any events? Any spoken things? Anything?
I know we're having a book launching party for the second book that I'm in, the collaboration. That won't be until April. But as of right now, I'm just planning some things. I haven't had no scheduled dates right now.
Okay.
But I am getting some things, because April is the month for sexual awareness.
Oh, yeah, okay, cool. And, that's awesome. Me and Barely Say we're awareness-raised authors, so we would love to be a part of that. That's great.
Okay, definitely. I will keep you guys posted if anything comes about, and you guys can, however, if we have to donate or something, I'll definitely let you know.
Okay, congratulations on your book launch party. This is exciting, and we want to be a part of that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for having me and everything.
You're welcome. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take, another break, and we'll be right back here with the Hour of Esteem here on Saved and Sexy Radio. This is the Queen of Esteem and my co-host, Barely Saved. And again, if you want to be a sponsor or a guest, please text RYB Network to 31996, and we'll be right back.
It's a little blurry how the whole thing started. I don't even really know what you intended. Thought that you were cute and you could make me jealous. Poured it down, so I poured it down. Next thing that I know, I'm in a hotel with you. You were talking deep like it was mad love to you. You wanted my heart, but I just liked your tattoos. Poured it down, so I poured it down. And now I don't understand it. You don't mess with love, you mess with the truth. And I know I shouldn't say it, but my heart don't understand why I got you on my mind. Why I got you on my mind. Why I got you on my mind. Why I got you on my heart don't understand why I got you on my mind. 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 I always hear them talking about a girl with my name. Saying that I heard you, but I still don't get it. It didn't love me, no, not really. Wait, I could have really liked you. I bet that's why I keep on thinking about you. It's a shame. You said I was good, so I poured it down, And now I don't understand it. You don't mess with love, you mess with the truth. And I know I shouldn't say it, but my heart don't understand why I got you on my mind. Why I got you on my mind. Why I got you on my mind. Why I got you on my heart don't understand why I got you on my mind. You think you know something? Why I got you on my mind. You think you know something? Why I got you on my mind. You think you know something? Why I got you on my mind. You got yourself in a dangerous zone, 'cause we both have the fear of being alone. And I still don't understand it. You don't mess with love, you mess with the truth. And my heart don't understand it, understand it, understand it. Why I got you on my mind. You think you know something? Why I got you on my mind. You think you know something? Why I got you on my mind. You think you know something? Why I got you on my heart don't understand why I got you on my mind. You think you know something? Why I got you on my mind. You think you know something? Why I got you on my mind. You think you know something? Why I got you on my heart don't understand why I got you on my mind. You think you know something? You think you know something? Why I got you on my mind. You think you know something?
This is indie author Nisha, the original Queen of Esteem, and author of Miss Carmel, available at Amazon.com, BarnesandNobles.com, and Goodreads.com. You're listening to Saved and Sexy Radio on GI Music.
Happy feelings, yeah, yeah. Sing.
My name is Meshia Bean. I'm author of Unbroken, I Am Still Standing. My website is www.meshiabeen.com/unbroken. My email is meshiambean@gmail.com. And please check out Silas Banks Jr. book, What They Never Told You in Church. And thank you for listening to Save and Sexy Radio.
Welcome back to the Hour of Esteem here on Saved and Sexy Radio. I'm your host, Queen of Esteem, and my co-host is Barely Saved. We're interviewing the wonderful, beautiful Meshia Bean. So thank you so much for being here, Meshia. Before we do a little bit of a wrap-up, can you tell us a little bit where to find you, where your fans can find you, where they can buy your book and everything like that?
I'm on Facebook as Arthur Meshia M. Bean. That's MESHIAMBEAN. Instagram, author_Meshia M. Bean. Amazon, you can find the book. My website is MESHIABENA. And, Bean, WIXSITE.com/unbroken. And what else did you ask me?
Just, where your fans can find you, anything, you have coming up, anything that you want to say, any last words to your fans that you want to say?
That don't let your past define your future. You can overcome anything if you put your mind to it. My thing is get out of other people's heads and get in your own head.
Hey, I like that saying, dude. You might look. I'm going to steal that from you. You might find it on my wall or something.
my fiance gave me that one, so I've been using that one too. So
that's cool. When is your wedding? You said you have a fiance.
Oh, we haven't planned the wedding date yet. We're just engaged.
Congratulations.
Yes, I'm totally going to be a bridesmaid. This is exciting.
Put yourself in everything.
We are all part of the same puzzle, just different pieces.
Yes. Just let me know what our color schemes is so I can make sure I get my dress. Thank you. Well, it was great having you here today, and we're going to go ahead and wrap up. So, I really, really appreciate it. And thank you, Barely Saved, for being a good co-host as usual. So you're listening here to the Hour of Esteem here on Saved and Sexy Radio. And this is the Queen of Esteem. And thank you so much, Meshia, for coming out. And this is my co-host, Barely Saved. So we'll see you again next Thursday. Same time, same place. And yes, enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you for coming into the green room. We hope you had a wonderful time listening. Got a special treat on this last one. Got my girlfriends to help me sing some positive words, and we want to put some positive energy out into the universe. Is that all right, y'all? All right. Here we go. Anything you want to do, you can do it. If you didn't know, you need to hear this. I needed to hear it too, and now I want to share it with you. Ooh, it's so easy not to believe you're the next thing the world's gonna see. But life is really what you make it. Look in the mirror, say these affirmations. I am special, I am gorgeous, I am chosen. Yes, I know it. And yes, I can light the whole universe. I am different, I am purpose, I am brilliant. Yes, I feel it. And yes, I can light the whole universe. Ooh, never can you lose sight of your focus. Only you can make your dreams of hope come true. For you, this is something only you can do. And when you're feeling down and you don't believe, 'cause everybody's telling you you won't succeed, say I am all of that and a bit more than what you think I am. I am. Yes, I know it. And I can light the whole universe. I am. Yes, I feel it.
new shade, a whole new meaning, a whole new season. But it can't happen if you don't believe it. Say, I am, yes, I know it. And yes, I can light the whole universe. Oh, but I am, yes, I feel it. And I can light the whole universe. I am special, gorgeous, chosen. Yes, I know it. And I said that I can light the whole universe. Oh, yeah, yes, I feel it. And I said I can light the whole universe. Oh, yeah, I am, and I know it, yeah. Said I can light the whole universe. I know I am. Oh, I can feel you, and I can light the whole universe. Yes, I am. I want to thank my producers.